Oh, there's nothing worse than putting the mix in by yourself in the morning, especially when you're getting over a bit of a bad back. Well, I'm going to try and avoid filming in the van. I always think it's important to keep talking about what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, but sometimes for some of you viewers it can be a bit sort of boring, can't it? And I get that 100%. So hopefully this year I'm going to start bringing you a little bit more. You want to see those time lapse, you want to see more detail going into it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the back now. I'm back in work today. It's Friday, and we're going to be showing you a little bit more. New project. Well, we got a small foundation. It's Friday, just after Christmas now, and we got a small foundation to put in, and got to work around a tree. The tree's got to come out at some point, but the client doesn't want it quite out yet because they haven't made their mind up where it's going to go, where we're going to replant it. So we've got to put the foundation in. The block works here. We've got some stone in at the moment. There's a lot more sub base that we're going to have to bring in, but we've got a split level system. It's down in the corner in the lower end of the garden. We're going to try and bring it up a bit and try and balance the garden and just make it more accessible. Well, here we go. This is where I got to dig a foundation in. We're going to have a small wall, probably about 300 millimeters high, and it's going to go down to the corner there and then return to that post approximately, and that's going to retain a new area where we're going to create a split level for a new, hopefully a Miranda-in system. We've got the blocks in, we've got sand and chippings over here. We never got it by a bolt bag. We've got it by these bags here now. Got the mixer set up here. We've got the wheelbarrow. So without any further ado, let's get on with it. Well, here we are. We've got the footing dug now. Just got to bottom it out a little bit. The ground's quite firm underneath. But what I wanted to show you, this is a cherry tree here. This has got to be moved, as I said. We're leaving it here at the moment till the customer decides exactly where they want it. But you can see the problems that cherries can cause is they have these tap roots that go off in, they obviously go down, but also in a horizontal format as well. So they've gone through to the next door neighbour. So we're going to have to cut it off with our pruners because I can't cut through that. The ground is pretty firm underneath. The other thing, of course, is that there is things to consider here, like the posts that is supporting the fence, so we can't undermine that. That's the last thing we want. We don't want the neighbours going on at us. So let's just get those roots out now, bottom this foundation out, and get some concrete on. Well, the thing I wanted to point out about this foundation was, of course, that we're only going 300 millimeters high. So that's just a foot, only 9 inches wide. It's just to support the patio. And one thing we have to be conscious of is not undermining the next door neighbours. You can see there's a bit of gravel coming through there, and they've got some bricks there, so we've got to avoid that. The ground is pretty firm. Normally on these new developments that they recycle quite a lot, and they bring sort of product in from elsewhere sometimes, and they roll it all the back with these big machines before they start building and putting these rafts in, these foundations in. So we got to make sure that we take everything into consideration. So I've gone right into the corner there. I'm just going to clean out a little bit more and bottom it out, make sure there's no loose soil in there, and let's crack on. Well, we're all done now, but look at those shovels. Absolutely disgrace. But the only person I can blame is myself, because I should be on it more. And this is not where we used to do it years ago. But we've just been so busy, I don't know. There's no excuse for it, I suppose. Well, here we are. There's the foundation in. This is just for the block work. This is not going to be seen. We've got about a foot of concrete in there. and it's about 14 inches wide. So that's going to be more than enough for the width of the wall. It's only going up 300 mil, so that will take it. The ground was pretty solid underneath. The other thing, I have to admit, I didn't quite have enough 10 mil chippings. I had it by the bag because I couldn't get a bulk bag over here in time. So I had some stone dust, and I had used a little bit of stone dust on the last bit, but it's not that thick. So hopefully, please forgive me for that, but I did. It's simple as that. You've got to tell the truth. Well, it's inevitable, I have to do it. We're in the van, we're in the office, and got the foundation in. Going to return there tomorrow, weather permitting, and getting the block work done, and the customer is happy. And you know, we started before Christmas simply because there was a window of opportunity. There was 2 days where we got it dug out and started getting some of the sub base in. So a little bit of progress, those stepping stones each time, and we're heading in the right direction, and keeping the client informed and updated what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. That's it. Time for some food.